Morning. We're nearing that 1 year mark, or already past it. I don't know. It's been a really long time. But this 1 year of this pandemic has definitely added a lot of extra stress. So I have this quote to leave on your social media feed. And think about this one. We are never closer to defeat than in our moments of greatest victory. I had to say that one slow. Now, I can't talk about sports, but I can talk about canoe racing. And in a canoe race, from the starting line to the finishing line, it's the same course that's going to lead you to either your victory or to your defeat. And that same amount of distance that's going to take you to your win or to your lose. I can't talk about golf, but I do have a fake golf ball stuck into this back scratcher. So I'm going to fake an analogy. Just like that canoe race, to get the golf ball into the hole is the same amount of distance that it takes you to miss it. So our defeat is just as close, or we are never closer to our defeat than we are to our greatest victory. Taking it back to this pandemic, we're 1 year into this. And from where we are to where we need to get out of this pandemic is the same course. And it's the same amount of distance, but it's how we have to handle it. And especially the fact that 1 year into this thing, COVID fatigue is a result. And definitely within everybody, I believe, but it's just to like whatever extent it is. And some may be dealing with the fatigue more than others. But COVID fatigue is real. And I definitely have my own COVID fatigue going on. If I look at what the word fatigue is in the dictionary, one of the definitions is to weary by importunity. I wanted to say that because it makes me sound smart. Importunity. I didn't know what it meant. But in the definition, importunity is like an urgent request. And you think about what this COVID had done to our lives. It's changed our lives so dramatically in such a short amount of time. An urgent request, people losing their jobs, people having to adapt and figure out how to evolve, restaurants having to figure out how to survive only off of takeout, and things that were in person have to figure out how to become virtual and digital. There's many changes that this thing had put onto us that is out of our control. A lot of extra stress added to that. Another definition of fatigue is to harass. And you think about how it feels going and living through day by day, especially 1 year into this, it's feeling like all of this extra stress just becomes a harassment to our lives. And we have to deal with, again, something out of our control. So fatigue is something for real. And if I look at what harass means in the dictionary, harass also means, from what we think it is, it means to waste. So COVID fatigue, definitely, if you think about it and connect the dots, leads you to wasting the day. When we express the reality of this fatigue in our day-to-day lives, it takes our attention to the negatives and to the extra stress that's only going to damper a day, rather than giving it to the opportunity of seeing what is still there and what opportunities are left. We are never closer to defeat than in our greatest victory. I can't say when the heck we're going to get out of this, but wherever and whenever that is, the distance from where we are to where that is going to be the same amount of distance to our victory or the same amount of distance to our defeat. But it's how we deal with it. I'll leave that on your social media feed. I can talk about sports a little bit. Have a blessed rest of your day. We'll see you when we see you. Shoots.